At least 20 people have been killed in Pakistan-administered Kashmir after security forces fired guns and tear gas at protesters. The violence in the city of Rawalakot follows accusations of vote rigging during the first phase of regional elections. Voting's now ended across 13 constituencies, and turnout's reported to be low after calls for a boycott. Al Jazeera's Kamal Haider's following the story for us from Islamabad. Kamal says security forces firing on demonstrators, mounting casualties following accusations of vote rigging. What's the immediate situation on the ground after the first phase, Kamal?
Well, Neve, it's important to note that the protest in Rawalakot has been going on for a number of weeks because of their demands, and of course that protest has been time and again checked by the security forces, who have resorted to tear gas and of course also using live munitions. However, the election accusations of rigging happened in Mirpur, where the election took place on Monday. The turnout, of course, was very low. The mainstream political parties, which are also the ruling parties here in Islamabad, accused each other of rigging. Ironically, many people here will tell you that the government in power also came amidst allegations of rigging. So that election was separate. However, because of the violence that happened on Monday evening, the protest was called in Mirpur, where the elections were held yesterday. The city itself remained peaceful, and some of those protesters came to Mirpur to ask the shopkeepers to put down their shutters because of the excessive use of force that they accused the security forces of. They were fired upon, and so we had casualties now in Mirpur as well.
You say, Kamal, turnout was low, probably understandably given the violence, but how does all of this affect the overall credibility of the vote completely?
Well, as far as Pakistan is concerned, many people here will tell you that the credibility of the elections is always a question mark, that the decisions are not made by the voter, by the powers only. So that accusation stands all the time. Whenever there's an election in Pakistan, it is mired in controversy. However, we are told that this election in Kashmir is going to be in 3 phases because of the security situation. The first phase is complete. The PMLN, which is Nawaz Sharif's party and which is the ruling party, scored 9 out of 13 seats. The People's Party came second to that. They, of course, then accused the PMLN of rigging the election. The next phase is going to be on the 2nd of August. That will be in the provincial capital, Muzaffarabad. These protesters from Rawalakot are threatening to march on Muzaffarabad. Of course, that is why they're being stopped, and that is why the security forces say they're using force to disperse the marchers. So it will be important to see whether the second phase does take place, whether it goes off smoothly without any allegations or accusations. And then there's going to be a third part later on the 10th of August, and that will be in another district. So this is all for 53 legislative seats. At the main stumbling block, of course, is those 12 seats which are reserved for Kashmiris who are living across the country. They take part in the elections. One of the Joint Action Committee demands is that those seats should be removed because they accuse the government of using those seats for political engineering.
Kamal Haider in Islamabad. Thank you, Kamal.